Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. Yes, Bitcoin on the 4-hour, as we can see, we didn't get over 42,000. We came back down, back tested the support level, had an anemic bounce off that support level, and then obviously subsequently came lower and took it out. We are now trading below that support level, so we can only realistically say that the next target, the next probable move will be down to, well, either the next support level of around 36 to 35,000, or we actually come and back test the top of this downward sloping trend line, which obviously could come in around 36,500, maybe even nearer 36, depending on when we make our way down there. But they're all there or thereabouts, 35 to 36,000. So realistically, that is the target now, unless basically we get back over 39,000. Back over 39,000 would actually look pretty good for a shorter term, this to be in a shorter term bear trap, and then that could potentially get us back up towards the 40,000s. But again, this is going to be pretty formidable resistance, and you would have to say Bitcoin would have some difficulty getting back above it. But just to trade sideways in this upward 38 to 42,000 would be obviously be good. But yeah, like I said, realistically where we are now, we've hit the bottom, we've hit the top, we are basically we could come back down and hit the bottom again, or we could come back down and get supported either around the midpoint or the lower midpoint, and try and put in a new higher low relative to this low around 33,000. Obviously, if we go over to the DXY, we can see why we're having a bit of a problem here. Yes, as we were saying yesterday, this move had momentum, looking like it could get higher up, which it did do, just by the velocity of the move. I would say though, this for me is pretty much where I would draw the line in the sand of this current move up in the DXY, in its ability basically to actually go higher than. I think this could be where we top out in this move, and then and then what I would expect to potentially happen is that we hit into this level, and then we maybe trade basically sideways within obviously this support and this resistance, before ultimately my guess would be we'd lose this support and then come back down to this range, and then obviously lower. That would be my guess. This is pretty much my line in the sand for the DXY. If we do get above here, then yeah, I think we will then take out this high, and we will then make our way into the 94s pretty much, and that would be a pretty bad for all risk assets, stocks, also obviously crypto. So yeah, keep an eye on that. We've got to keep an eye on this, because this is certainly a headwind now for BTC, whereas obviously when it was looking weak, it was a tailwind. But yeah, there we go. We're having a bit of a pullback based on as ridiculous as it is that the Fed is bringing forward a lot earlier its potential rate increases in rates, and I think it's bringing them earlier to literally I think it was something crazy like 2023 or 2024. So still a long time away. But yeah, just a little bit crazy at the moment, and obviously the Fed was raising its interest rate expectations as well, and then that leads people to believe they will then have to raise rates. But like we said, the Fed can't raise rates. They ain't gonna raise rates. They can't raise rates. They're just gonna sit and fiddle whilst Rome burns, basically. So yeah, let's have a look at that good old Ethereum Satoshi pairing. Obviously looking weak in this environment of potential risk off. Yeah, I mean, he's not making its way much lower than it is now, but it's not looking good. I mean, we could this could end up being a bottoming formation, and we do sort of curve our way back up. But we'll have to see how it plays out, because horizontal wise, I mean, yeah, we are at a level which obviously we can see from here. We'll just extend this over. We are at this level, but yeah, losing that, we've not really got a lot below us, to be honest. So we could certainly see lower price action. But yeah, obviously every chance this does turn around. Obviously within its tightening formation, it's high, it's low, it's lower high, it's high, a higher low potentially, and then put in a and then maybe end up trying to put in a lower high before then a potential break either to the upside or the downside. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. The USD pairing still holding within this wider range. Just sort of oscillating around, as you can see, so not too much of interest there. Stochastics for Bitcoin, 4 hour was obviously turning back up from a low level, but has turned back down. So yeah, 4 hours still back down, obviously with this downward price action. Our daily wait for 10 hours to load. Yeah, 10 hours still diving. So we did say the 10 hour and 12 hour were clearly going to be a pressure on price action, which they certainly are being. Daily still up there. 2 day still moving up. 3 day looking a bit tired here. And 5 day also. So I mean, on the balance of this is not particularly looking that bullish. And then, like I said, realistically, we are looking now, we've lost this support, we are looking to the next level of around 35 to 36. And then do we get supported there and turn back up, or do we lose that and try and put in a stronger low around the 33,000? That is what is on the cards at the moment. I do think until this dollar reverses, which it is far from doing at the moment, this move in the DXY reverses, I think it is nigh on impossible we're going to get above 42. So again, just sideways on the cards. Realistically, what we were looking for anyway, more sideways within this range. It wasn't looking very likely, and we said it at the time, until we confirm above, then great. But realistically, you have to give the sideways range the nod to basically remaining within the sideways range, which it is looking like we will do for a longer period of time, especially with this transitory dollar strength. We'll use that famous word now, transitory, transinflation, transitory inflation. That's the buzzword now, just to basically say, okay, we admit we've got inflation, but we're not going to admit it's going to stay or be persistent. So yeah, they have to add on transitory. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, so yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.